I'm John Hendricks. It's Wednesday, July 22nd. Today, fueling discussions.
I'm open to it, and if it's going to make Canada stronger, great.
Why Manitoba's premier could be embracing a possible east-west pipeline. Also today, crime severity in Winnipeg, how we measure up when compared to the rest of the country.
This is an awesome experience for me.
In their future, how a biomedical summer camp is exposing students to healthcare careers. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Marilee is away today. As U.S. President Donald Trump threatens to impose new 50% tariffs on a variety of goods, Canadian leaders are talking unity. Today, premiers continued talks at the Council of the Federation Conference in PEI with the goal of working together. And now it seems a new pipeline could be in the mix for Manitoba. Joining me now live is CTV's Taylor Brock. So Taylor, when this was originally proposed, Manitoba did not officially sign on. Is that changing?
Well, not yet, John. Kinew is interested in the West-East pipeline proposed by Alberta and Ontario. But before anything happens, Kinew wants to address environmental concerns and bring Indigenous governments on board.
I'm open to it. I love Alberta, I love Albertans, so willing to entertain the idea. There's always the questions that get asked about major projects these days. On the other hand, you know, having spent a few days in Portage la Prairie, Manitoba last week, I can tell you there's probably a lot of people who'd like to work on a pipeline. So I'm open to it, and if it's going to make Canada stronger, great. But of course, we want to see things done in the right way.
The line was proposed earlier this month by Alberta Premier Danielle Smith and Ontario's Doug Ford. The line would stretch 3,300 kilometers from Hardisty, Alberta to refineries in Sarnia, Ontario. It would go through Saskatchewan and Manitoba, but would not cross into the U.S. Smith and Ford say the pipeline would move 500,000 barrels per day and reduce Canada's need to import refined oil.
So when could things get moving on the pipeline?
Well, we don't know, John. Ontario is expecting to finish its feasibility study, cost estimate, and building scheduled by the end of this year. And as you can imagine, Kinew had plenty more to say about tariffs. That's going to come up tonight at 6 o'clock.
All right. Thanks, Taylor. Manitoba RCMP have confirmed the identities of two boys who were swept into a fast-moving rapids at Nunavik Lake on Saturday and did not resurface. A police spokesperson identified the boys as 13-year-old Aaron O. Ramirez and 10-year-old Maximo O. Ramirez, confirming that the two are brothers. Police previously said they received a report of a possible drowning near Sturgeon Falls Trail in Nunavik Lake, located in Whiteshell Provincial Park. At 12:40 p.m. on Saturday, officers responded immediately alongside local fire crews and emergency medical services and determined the boys had been swept into Sturgeon Falls. Police believe the younger brother fell into the water first and the older boy entered the water in an attempt to rescue him. RCMP officers, along with underwater recovery and aquatic response teams, have continued searching the area for the brothers, with the search now in its 5th day. Emergency alerts rang across the province today. It warned Manitoba was experiencing a widespread 911 outage. According to Bell, callers outside of Winnipeg may not have been able to reach 911 this afternoon. However, shortly after 4 p.m., the telecom company said 911 service had been restored after an unnamed third party cut a fiber cable. It says both wireless and wireline emergency call services are both once again functioning normally. Bell is the parent company of CTV News. Winnipeg continues to have one of the highest crime severity rates in the country. However, according to Statistics Canada's latest report, the rate fell faster in our city than in most of the rest of the country last year. The Crime Severity Index is a standard way of measuring both the number of crimes per capita and how serious they are. In 2025, Winnipeg had the 5th highest rate in the country, but it also fell by 9%, nearly double the national average. Countrywide, the crime severity rate fell for the 2nd straight year, driven by fewer break-and-enters, vehicle thefts, and homicides. If you've been putting off getting your car inspected for hail damage, you're going to want to move quickly. MPI is winding down its Main Street Hail Response Center. The Crown Corporation says it's doing this in order to focus resources where they're needed most. The last day for appointments will be July 31st, and those scheduled through then will remain on the books. Now, starting August 1st, the center will return to offering its regular estimating appointments. Its Gateway Center will continue offering initial hail assessments. MPI says it's responded to over 34,000 weather-related claims since the storm in early June. An unusual rescue mission, how beluga whales stranded in shallow water are making waves in Churchill. Big tech companies have started to report earnings. B&M Bloomberg's Mirella Fernandez has more.
Alphabet is the first. The parent company of Google reported revenue of about $120 billion US for the last 3 months. A key metric for Alphabet is cloud revenue, which was up over 80% from last year, coming in at just under $25 billion US. Its CEO says its earnings success also comes from its AI chatbot, Gemini, AI queries, and YouTube. Like the other hyperscalers, Alphabet is spending billions of dollars on its AI infrastructure. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to $70.99 US. West Texas Intermediate up over $2 to $86.83 US a barrel. Western Canadian Select is up over $1 to $68.11. And the TSX gained 116 points today. Those are your business headlines. I'm Mirella Fernandez.
Nearly 1 in 4 watercraft failed a recent roadside inspection blitz for aquatic invasive species like zebra mussels. A check stop was set up on Highway 1 near the Manitoba-Ontario border from June 19th through to the 21st. Now, over the 3 days, officers inspected 455 vehicles, transporting 502 watercraft and related equipment. They were checked to see if they were clean, drained, and dried before being transported between waterways. 382 watercraft passed. 120 failed the inspection. 13 required decontamination, and 1 had visible zebra mussels present. Some aspiring scientists and doctors receiving some hands-on training this week right here in Winnipeg.
Once you have a 3D data set, there's a ton of stuff you can do.
The Biomedical Youth Program Summer Camp at the University of Manitoba Bannatyne campus is welcoming around 125 grade 6 to 12 students. Now, this included 15 Indigenous high school students from northern Manitoba. Over the week, they're exploring careers in the health and biomedical sciences field through a series of workshops. Now, today, that included 3D microscopy, heart dissection, and plasmid isolation and digestion.
This is an awesome experience for me because I never got to do anything like that in my res. So whenever I see something, I just get so surprised and interested in it.
Staff for the event include graduate and undergraduate students at the University of Manitoba. This is the 15th year for the camp. Manitoba conservation officers had an unusual rescue situation on their hands in Churchill recently. They got a call about a white object in the water, covered by seagulls. When they arrived, they found 7 beluga whales, including 4 calves stranded in shallow water.
They were in distress. I could hear the young calves crying out.
The whales were just 60 meters offshore in shallow 1.5 meter water. Conservation officers stayed with the whales for hours, protecting them from polar bears. The whales were relatively unharmed, besides from the injuries from the seagulls pecking at them. And after a couple of hours, the tide rose, ending the ordeal. What's unclear is how they got trapped in the first place.
Belugas are known to get closer to the shore to escape predators like killer whales, but it could be that they were potentially on the shore trying to rub up against the bottom for their seasonal molting, and they just got trapped or confused.
The two officers who helped the whales tell CTV News the rescue is one they'll never forget. In fact, they believe it may be a defining moment in their careers. CTV weather specialist Colleen Brady joins us now with a first look at your Skywatch evening forecast. And looked really great up there in Churchill. Not so great here with all of the smoke back again.
About 2:15, I was outside, and that's when I noticed at least some light smoke starting to invade the city. And I want to take a look right now at Environment and Climate Change Canada's Air Quality Health Index for the city, just to show you. This hour, you can see it's at an 8, which puts us at high risk for poor air quality over the city of Winnipeg. And this was the concern. We knew that smoke was going to be wafting back into southern Manitoba, coming out of wildfires burning in northern Alberta. The question was going to be whether that smoke was going to stay aloft as haze or whether it was going to come to the surface, which of course is much more problematic. Well, we know the answer. It is closer to the surface, so just be cognizant of that. I'll have more details on the smoke, but also we do have air quality warnings that continue for other parts of the province, primarily in northern and parts of central Manitoba. We did have it in effect earlier today as far south as Swan River. That has ended there, that warning. Having said that, obviously you can see Winnipeg is not under a warning, but whether you're under a warning or you're not, John, smoke is going to be pervasive across the province, so just be aware that it's out there. So more details on that and a look at just how hot it's going to get in the coming days. It's already been a hot one today. Let's take a look right now through the Bathfitter Live Eye. It's brought to you by Bathfitter, your bath and shower experts for more than 40 years. In Winnipeg right now with the smoke, it's 26 degrees. It feels like 29 with the humidex. Winds 16 kilometers an hour coming from the west-southwest. The pressure is dropping, and the humidity right now is 52%. Out in traffic on this Wednesday afternoon, busy at Main and Broadway. One stall to let you know, Fermor at St. Mary's. The stall is blocking the eastbound left turn lane.
Looking ahead to the holidays, how a seasonal spectacle is coming to Winnipeg this winter. We'll have those details coming up next in Spotlight. Colleen Brady has your Spotlight today, and Winnipeg Comic-Con has announced its first wave of celebrity guests for this fall's event, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, it is exciting news. Fans of Breaking Bad, like both of us, will be in for a real treat. Television icon Giancarlo Esposito will be attending. He is best known for his role as the suave and dangerous Gus Fring on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He's also a key cast member in The Mandalorian. Of course, you can expect the usual fan favorite special events, a costume contest, and live entertainment. Also on tap for this year's event are Elizabeth Maxwell, Jason Liebrecht, Catherine Tate, Troy Baker, and Brandon Rogers. They all joined previously announced guest of honor, actress Famke Janssen. Winnipeg Comic-Con returns October 30th to November 1st over at the RBC Convention Center.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Temperatures might be warm right now, but you know, it's never too early to be thinking about frost.
No, that's right. Frost, a Cirque holiday extravaganza, is coming to Centennial Concert Hall this winter. The show combines acrobatics, dance, live music, and aerial stunts to deliver a show-stopping spectacle. The performance kicks off December 17th at 7 p.m. Tickets go on sale July 24th at 11 a.m. on the Concert Hall's website.
Cirque always puts on a good show. I'm sure it'll be pretty awesome. Well, this is the date that cinephiles, filmmakers, and casual moviegoers have been looking forward to.
It's finally here. The Gimli International Film Festival kicked off today.
What did you say to those who say that you're a war criminal?
Man, she doesn't care what anybody thinks.
Well, don't push me. I'm a journalist here.
Independent media is the oxygen of a democracy.
That's Steal This Story, Please, a documentary about journalist Amy Goodman. It's one of dozens of films being screened during the 5-day-long festival, which runs the gamut from dramatic feature films to comedic shorts. The ever-popular beach screenings run all week at 9:30 p.m. beginning tonight with a showing of the original Shrek. There's also workshops, filmmaking competitions, and networking events. You can find all the details by visiting gimlifilm.com.
Well, speaking of films, a documentary shot right here in Manitoba has just been recognized on the world stage.
Right. It's called Everything We Need Is Here.
We used to be hunters and gatherers, and sometimes the modern world, it's just not enough. And I think deep down in our soul, we're looking for more.
It just won Best Environmental Documentary at the Melbourne Documentary Film Festival. It centers around a mushroom forager while also weaving in the stories of local land defenders and environmentalists. Shooting locations included Winnipeg, LeMay Forest, Sandylands, and Hollow Water. The film's creator says she hopes the win at the film festival will encourage more people to see it.
And I'm hoping that our political leaders, whether that's provincial or municipal, watch this film and are moved by this film to create policy, to create policy to protect mature, healthy trees.
The documentary is currently available on Bell 5 TV1. CTV News is owned by Bell Media.
Well, you'll probably have the time of your life when you're watching this in theaters.
That's right. A new Green Day film is almost here.
Is that your phone number on there? Yeah. We just met Green Day. Liars.
The story follows Analog Dogs being invited to open for Green Day on New Year's Eve. What follows is a comedic road trip across the U.S. inspired by Green Day's touring days in a van. It stars McKenna Grace with an appearance by the Green Day trio. The film hits theaters August 14th, but advance tickets are available right now.
Yeah, it looks like fun.
It does look like a great movie.
All right, thanks, Colleen.
You bet. Your primetime lineup starts tonight at 7 with MasterChef. The Rainmaker comes next at 8 and catch the Borderline at 9. It's all right here tonight on CTV. A live look at Osborne Village, peak of the rush. And you can see that's true in Osborne Village. Folks just starting to move again. I'm sure the light at Confusion Corner just turned green. 26 degrees out there right now. A little bit warmer is how it feels with the Humidex. I'll have more details on that smoke coming up.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
The Las Vegas Sphere has some competition. The Nova Spherical Theater has opened its doors in northern China. It stands at 46 meters tall with a 54-meter diameter. Now that's about half the size of the one in Vegas. China is planning to build 3 of these spherical theater venues in the future.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Well, it's not just smoky out there. It's warm, it's humid, and no surprise, we're seeing some non-severe thunderstorms popping off right now. You see to the north of Dauphin there. So yes, while we had that break from both the heat and the humidity, and for that matter, the smoke here in the south, yesterday, a different story. Today, temperatures climbing, and they'll get even hotter as we go throughout the rest of the week. The smoke is coming into southern Manitoba from fires burning in northern Alberta, but of course we have wildfires in our own province as well as in Saskatchewan. That's bringing smoke into other parts of Manitoba. Further east into northwestern Ontario, we have some scattered showers along with those non-severe thunderstorms moving through the region. You can see well to the north of Dryden there, moving through the Sioux Lookout area. Here's a look again at the yellow warnings for air quality for parts of northern and central Manitoba. A lot of these communities within this warned zone are downwind of where those fires are burning, so all that smoke is coming down. Now we've had the wind start to shift and come more from the west and northwest, and that's what's drawing in that smoke from northern Alberta into southern Manitoba. So we don't have any warnings in effect in the south right now. Nonetheless, that doesn't mean we are smoke-free. We're certainly not. And as I mentioned earlier, there was some uncertainty as to whether or not when that smoke did arrive from Alberta, would it stay aloft as haze and not as much of a concern? Well, no, it looks like it's come right down to the surface. We're seeing it here in Winnipeg. It's not too strong, but still, as I mentioned, 8 on the Air Quality Health Index this hour is not great. That's poor air quality over the city for the time being. Meanwhile, otherwise, not a lot happening in terms of sky conditions. We could see some scattered showers tomorrow morning. You can see sort of scattered across the province, bright and sunny up in the northeast. For the most part, a sunny day tomorrow here in the south, and very warm. Temperatures getting close to 30. We get a little later on into the afternoon, the height of that daytime heating and the humidity, so that brings with it the chance of showers, more so in the northern half of the province, stretching into northwestern northwestern Ontario, taking us into late Thursday night, overnight, where we'll see some more organized rain crossing the north, and you can see that pretty heavy pocket of rain stretching into Friday morning there, and really the rain itself will stretch out across the north. Then we get into the day ahead on Friday, possibility of some rain popping up here in the Winnipeg area, and really in the southeast and south central areas, and perhaps a bit into northwestern Ontario. So I know this graphic looks a bit dramatic, but there is smoke in the city that will continue tonight. Otherwise, the sky would have been fairly clear. 18 is our low, very warm, winds out of the southwest at 15 kilometers an hour. 30 our hot high tomorrow, sunny but mitigated at least to a certain extent by expected smoke. Winds picking up a bit out of the southwest at 20 kilometers an hour. Then we get into Friday. That's when there's that chance of showers or a thunderstorm, a hot one, 29 degrees, and that heat is not going to let go all throughout the long range forecast. The daytime highs, upper 20s, low 30s right into Tuesday, with very warm overnight lows as well, not bringing much relief. So likely to see some heat warnings being triggered for Winnipeg in the south. Our first weather photo takes us up to the stormy Interlake. This was from a couple of days ago. That photo is from Donald, and this next one is Shotzi there, enjoying the day out on the water or near it on Lake Winnipeg. That photo is from Roxy. Send us yours by email to winnipegweather@ctv.ca.
Skywatch Weather Pick of the Day brought to you by Provivo, Winnipeg's first and only longevity medicine clinic. Redefining health, performance, and aesthetics. Provivo.com.
We want to show you an amazing moment that sees a thrill seeker roll to new world record heights backwards. Check this out. After a few failed attempts, this rider in Japan set records for both steepness and distance for this impressive stunt. That wasn't that impressive, but this is impressive. And he did it all on one wheel, as we can see, in reverse. Talk about having a very specific set of skills. I wouldn't want to do that going front ways, let alone backwards.
I know.
This is incredible. Look at that
balance.
Well, they're going backwards. We are going forward into the future with more news at 6 o'clock. Hope you'll join us then.